Hey guys, this is Seb Sanford and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as you guys know, we're nearly approaching the end of 2020. So on this video today, very similar to what I did with my top 10 Christmas movies, I thought I might want to go over my top 10 favorite movies and TV shows on Disney's version of Netflix that is called Disney Plus. Before I go over my top 10 movies and TV shows on Disney Plus, I think I need to get into character because the Christmas sweater is not suitable for this video. So I'm going to be a little magician here, just like in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and change it to a different type of shirt. So here we go with a snap of my fingers. There, abracadabra, I'm in my Disney themed t-shirt. And we also need a little bit of light in here, don't you think? So let's do another snap with my fingers, just to make sure. See? Now we have a little bit of light and magic here. Anyways, let's get to it. Okay, coming in at number 10, it is the TV series Diary of a Future President, Season 1. The TV show, it's about a 12-year-old Cuban-American girl named Elena, who navigates the ups and downs of middle school and begins her journey to become future president of the United States. And in my opinion, I thought the TV series was a really interesting story with a mixture of three genres, that is coming of age, comedy, and a little bit of drama in there somewhere throughout the first season. And I'm really looking forward to what Disney have in store for us in season 2 next year. Or we don't even know when the second season is coming out, but Disney Plus on socials will let us know if you want to follow them along. The links are in the description below. Anyways, Diary of a Future President is really inspiring, a coming of age story. Anyways, that was my number 10 choice for Disney Plus. Okay, coming in at number 9, it is Black is King. It's a visual album from Beyonce inspired by The Lion King, similar to her recent albums, that is her self-titled album in 2013 and her Lemonade album in 2016. And every song that was featured on her Lion King album is all shown in video form, showing lots of amazing African-style costumes and outstanding choreography coming from the people that both represent African and African-American culture. And Beyonce herself described this as a love letter to Africa. It was released a year after the 2019 release of The Lion King, which was a huge success. And for the Lion King fans and Beyonce fans, I describe this as a fusion of The Lion King itself, both versions of the movie, and Beyonce at her best. It's also described as a visual treat with dance routines, vibrant costumes, and breathtaking African landscapes. It was amazing. Shout out to Beyonce, by the way, and all the Lion King fans out there. It's amazing. Okay, coming in at number 8, it's a Disney Pixar original short film for Disney Plus, and it's called Lamp Life. It's basically a Toy Story short that shows what happened to Bo Peep and her sheep between Toy Story 2 and when she reappears in Toy Story 4. She was absent from number 3. And I enjoyed watching this short film from start to finish, and as we really wanted to find out what happened to Bo Peep before Toy Story 4, as said in the trailer, and how she became a lost toy. And the animation on Bo was so good, and this style of animation has evolved and developed since the first 3 Toy Story movies, where we first met Bo 25 years ago. And I thought it was really nice to catch up with the familiar characters again, like Woody and Bo Peep. And the short film, I give this one a watch. Okay, coming in at number 7, I also enjoyed High School Musical, the musical, the series, and set at East High School. High School Musical, the series, it introduces members of the drama club and their faculty advisors as they work their way toward the opening night of their school's first ever production of High School Musical, the musical. And new romances blossom. Old friendships are tested to their limit while new ones are formed. Rivalries flare and lives are changed forever as these students discover their transformative power that all high school theater can provide. In my opinion, it's almost like a mixture of different TV shows like comedy series The Office with Steve Carell and the Glee musical series, which came out a decade ago. And for the fans who grew up watching all 3 High School Musical movies, I would describe it as the start of something new, which is the name of the song for the first movie. And it is the start of something new. And I'm looking forward to what Disney Plus have in store for Season 2 in 2021. In the holiday special that was released on Disney Plus recently, they gave us a little tiny sneak peek at Season 2. We don't know when it's coming out on Disney Plus, but I'm really looking forward to next year to see what happens. And what I liked about the first season was that we were very able to get to revisit each song from the first movie and how each student got to write an original song based on their character performance, which is a really good thing. Anyways, shout out to all the HSM fans out there. I give this one a watch, and I'm looking forward to season 2 next year. And coming in at number 6, it's gotta be the one and only Ivan. With a mixture of live action and CG, this tells the story of a gorilla named Ivan who tries to piece together his past with the help of an elephant as they hatch a plan to escape from captivity. And that Ivan also learned how to paint drawings and pictures to show his audience how he's feeling and why he wants to go home and be free. There are more animals living with him, like a dog named Bob, played by Danny DeVito, and based on a true story, which is also based on the book of the same name by Catherine Applegate. Sometimes stories of animals are not that happy, but this movie manages to give that feeling of hope. I would describe this movie as a tearjerker, as of all sad movies, and you might want to grab a box of tissues as you do so. And this is the equivalent of me crying to the trailer for Christopher Robin way back in 2018. Here's a little snippet.
What to do indeed.
It's Pooh. Pooh?
Christopher Robin.
And coming in at number 5, it's gotta be the live-action 2020 remake of Disney's Mulan. And to save her ailing father from serving in the Imperial Army, a fearless young woman disguises herself as a man to battle northern invaders of China. I gotta say, even though there was no Mushu in this live-action remake of the original animated Disney classic, and replacing him with a phoenix, I enjoyed watching this movie at home, even though in September you had to get premiere access to the movie on Disney Plus as it skipped theaters during the COVID-19 pandemic. This feels like an actual martial arts movie, as both versions of the movie take place in China. And it is such an exciting, fast-paced movie, and it keeps me really hooked in on the characters and what happens to them. It's a bigger story of saving your country and everything you care about, especially Mulan's father. As you guys know from the original animated classic, there is music and comedy, but in this live-action remake, it focuses more on the drama and the action. It's a really amazing remake, and with the return of Christina Aguilera singing her new rendition of Reflection, that gives me all the feels of going back to watching that original animated classic. I give this 2020 remake a watch. Okay, coming in at number 4, this is a series of Toy Story shorts, and it's called Forky Asks a Question. And the beloved Toy Story 4 character Forky, the character built by Bonnie in kindergarten in the 4th Toy Story movie, he asks a series of questions he can learn to better adapt into the exciting world around him. And I found all 10 shorts very humorous and also very informative. And I think all of these shorts are well suited to help children understand what each item is and what it does. Basically the everyday items we take for granted, like cheese, computers, and money, just to name a few of the items that are featured in this collection of Toy Story shorts. Into the views of a really good short film or TV show, this is suitable for younger children. And speaking of Forky, I also have a Forky minifigure, and I guess he has a lot more questions to answer and ask as well, like, what is YouTube? So I would give these 10 short films a watch, and don't forget to watch the 4th movie if you haven't seen it yet, along with all the other Toy Story movies and TV shorts as well in the Toy Story collection section. Anyways, moving on to the top 3. Okay, coming in at number 3, it's a movie called Stargirl, which is also based on the book of the same name. And what Stargirl is about, it's about a teen who develops a budding romance with Stargirl Caraway, who is a free-spirited new student who makes a big splash on her first day of school. And I watched this movie over 5+ times these past 9 months in quarantine. Why? Because what I liked about this movie is that it really develops as a coming-of-age story, and the acting from Grace Vanderwaal from America's Got Talent is very poetic and very musical. She's a great talent to watch on screen, and the sections where she sings and plays the ukulele are great to watch, and it's also heartwarming. And the other actors involved in this movie are new to me, except for Karen Bois, who we might know from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie series and the Disney Channel show Jessie. So I definitely give Stargirl a watch on Disney Plus as well. And shout out to you, Grace Vanderwall, for making a really great performance in Stargirl. Coming in at number 2 on my top 10 movies and TV shows on Disney Plus, and this was a really emotional story that I recently watched a couple months ago. It was Clouds, which tells the true story of a dying teenager named Zach Sobiak, who formed his music group, A Firm Handshake, with his girlfriend Sammy Brown, and records the inspirational hit song Clouds, which hit number 1 on the iTunes US charts. I gotta say, this story was really emotional, and how he spent his last few months writing songs, where one of those songs was described as his farewell song, and the song was called Clouds, and the story is really tragic but manages to be really uplifting. And that's what makes it such a good film to watch at home. The supporting actors are really good in this movie, with Finn August taking the lead role as Zach Sobiak himself. And we only see his life from late 2012 up to mid-2013. And his cancer diagnosis was terminal, meaning it's really short. And during this time, he decided to create something beautiful and has left us with his album of songs that he did with his girlfriend Sammy Brown, who was played by Sabrina Carpenter. It's a really emotional story. I definitely give this one a watch. And finally, coming in at number 1, it is the very first Star Wars live-action series for Disney Plus. It is called The Mandalorian. It's about a lone gunfighter who makes his way through the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic, who was played by Pedro Pascal, who is our main character throughout the whole series. I watched both series from start to finish. It was amazing, and in my opinion, after watching the first 2 series of The Mandalorian, I would describe the series itself as a new style Western sci-fi series, and that is almost in the style of a Clint Eastwood movie, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Think Loner, as he has a simple task to do, in which it'll take another couple series until he gets the job done. So keep your eyes peeled for more announcements on more upcoming Mandalorian series in the coming years. It was such an amazing TV series. Shout out to all the Star Wars fans out there and the Mando fans. It's amazing. And speaking of the Mandalorian, guess who decided to make an appearance? I've got my own Baby Yoda, as he's featured throughout the entire first 2 series of The Mandalorian. What can I say? May the Force be with you, and may the Force be with him. So that's it. Those were my top 10 movies and TV shows that I've watched on Disney Plus throughout the past 9 months in quarantine. If you haven't subscribed to Disney Plus yet, make sure to do so. I put the link in the description, disneyplus.com. And to some of you who have subscribed to Disney Plus from start to finish, what was your favorite movie or TV show on Disney Plus that you've watched? Be sure to share your favorites down below in the comments section. And if you like what you just seen, like the video, subscribe today for new videos, hit the bell, and you can follow me on my socials, links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a Merry Christmas. Bye.